Hey everyone, don't forget to stay tuned till after the video if you want to find out how to support me or where to follow me on social media. And also, if you like this video and like what I do, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for choosing me, and on with the video.
You don't have to like that fact, but that is the fact of what she's saying. And that is what you are doing by telling people, no, you don't have to diet, you don't have to exercise, eat whatever you want. You are telling people to get into an early grave.
Nobody owes you health, babe. Who hurt you? Why are you so angry?
That's not positive. That's just cause.
So many people are going to kick off at me for saying this, but I feel like it's so important to talk about. You know how there's a lot of discourse going around at the moment about how being fat can be largely genetic. People can be entirely healthy with no health defects and live in a larger body. Fat people can be healthy, body size is determined by a large number of factors, all that incredible work, yeah? I think it kind of is important that we take it one step further. Like, let's go to the fat phobes' worst case scenario, okay? Say a person lives in a larger body purely because they love to eat food, right? Okay, that's not how it works, but just stay with me on this. It is still nobody's fucking business. People don't owe you a thing.
Right, so let's use this nasty ass comment as an example, ladies and gentlemen. So this person is saying that they're on a weight loss journey and they are super unhappy because they're fat, and that is the case for some people. I understand that, but why the hell would you hate on another person of size if you yourself are not happy with your size? That has nothing to do with someone else's body. And why does my body affect you? It's disgusting.
People in the fat acceptance community are not saying that being fat is healthy. In fact, we are saying that there is unhealthy people at all sizes, and we cannot assume that just because somebody is fat that they are unhealthy, especially since we are not their doctors. Also, a complete stranger's health is none of your business, and you should move on. And people use the health argument as a way to shame people for the size of their bodies, and that should not be happening either.
Well, as long as you're healthy. No, we're not saying this anymore. Fat people don't owe you health.
So this person was responding to people who commented back to them saying they didn't know what they were saying was rude, and sorry if it came across as rude, that's not how they meant it. You knew it was rude. You were asking it because of my body. It's not a question you would ask a straight-sized person. My personal hygiene is none of your business. And also, I am not your fat person survey.
It's never been about health. It never will be about health. And fat people don't owe you health.
First, the irony of your statement is wild. Second, whether someone is healthy or not, no one owes you health. A person's level of health does not determine their level of worth.
Leave now. That's not about health. That's fat phobia. That's ableism. You don't owe anyone health. Health isn't static. At any point, any able-bodied person could become disabled. And if your partner only wants you to be healthy and that's what they're looking for in a relationship, they don't care about you. This video seems to be about fat phobia, honestly, which is enough for me to say bye, but this is part of a bigger problem too.
No one owes you health, babe. No one owes you health, babe. No one owes you health, babe. You're wrong. Too much. I am so tired of hearing that phrase from the BOPO, from the fat activists, from the anti-diet people. Stop saying no one owes you health, because guess what? The moment you said that every industry owed you as a fat person whatever you wanted, you owed them health. Let me break it down for you. If you don't owe anyone health, guess what? Clothing companies don't owe you sizing. Furniture companies don't owe you reinforced furniture. Carnival rides don't owe you different sizing. Let's see. Let's go over it. People don't owe you romance. Society doesn't owe you respect. Airlines don't owe you special seating. I go on and on and on. But let me put it even worse than that. When you claim that you don't owe anyone health, see, the problem is you expect help. You expect society to accommodate your size and your weight. And whether you like to say it or not, when you reach certain weights, when you reach certain health issues, you are expecting society to take care of you. So you don't want to have to answer for your bad choices. You don't want to have to answer for your unhealthy habits. But you want society to fix it for you. That isn't how reality works. That isn't how society works. And you get mad when people tell you no. See, because the problem is, whether you all want to hear it or not, when you get to a certain size, you do become a burden on other people. You become a burden on society as a whole. When you are sitting on a plane and you're squishing somebody, perhaps sweating on them. When you break a restaurant's or a salon's chairs because you're too heavy for it, you don't pay for that. They've got to replace it. You do owe someone their health. You do, whether you like it or not. Because then, when you need care, you have to go to a hospital. When you weigh more, you are more difficult. You're more difficult to handle, to dress, to bathe, to roll around. I have a best friend who literally, she was using a machine designed to lift fat people. A 600-pound man fell on her. Guess what? She got so much nerve damage, she had to leave work for a few years. Due to the damage done to her. I guess he didn't owe her his health. It's a lot of me, about me. I need to feel good about myself.
So first of all, I don't understand how me sharing my story of my journey of losing 500 pounds, because I got tired of living in denial, thinking that you can be healthy at any size. I got tired of being morbidly obese. I got tired of lying to myself, thinking that I'm healthy because I'm able to walk around and I'm just fat, just fluffy, just big boned. I got tired of living in those lies. So I chose to change my life. And now I share my story so the people that are in my shoes know that it is possible to lose 500 pounds, 400 pounds, 300 pounds. It's possible and it's very doable. So I share my story to inspire people. But if it triggers you, then maybe it's time that you reevaluate your own life.
This ain't the way to do it, kids. This ain't the way to do it. And sitting there saying, I don't owe you this, but expecting society to owe you everything. You're expecting every single company to accommodate you. You're expecting every single service to accommodate you. You want every single person to find you attractive. You want people to validate your feelings, validate your size, validate your eating disorder, validate your eating habits, validate the foods that you take in. Can't attribute morality to this, can't attribute morality to that.
I got us donuts. Those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying. You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you? Guilty.
You know, people moralize food into good and bad categories. When I was in grad school, there was this one person, skinny as a bean, and I wanted to tell her about this black bean burger that I loved from a place called Burgerville. They're only in the Pacific Northwest. They're really only in Oregon. I think there might be a couple in Washington State. That's it. And they had this amazing black bean burger. You know what she said to me? oh, I don't eat that stuff. I don't eat fast food. Like, to the fat person, that says so much about you.
But then you find it immoral if somebody doesn't want to date you. Then it's fat phobia. Then it's bigotry.
Hi, this is my reminder for fat people on dating apps. We all have good angles and you're allowed to post flattering pictures of yourself. It's not catfishing. You don't have to confess that you're fat before a date. You get to decide if you like the date as well. You're very worthy of love.
I'm sorry, but what the fuck is this? I've been reading this for like a good 5 minutes and I don't understand how the fuck dating a fat person would trigger someone's eating disorder. I think a lot of you just make up fake scenarios to try to excuse your fat phobic behavior and
Kind of. But I also feel like I can't win.
The double standard is insane. It is insane. It is outlandish. And I am so done with it. Do not sit there and tell people, I don't owe you anything, and then expect them to owe you. Editing stars on here. Also, let's not forget that everyone wants all the famous people to owe them their health. They expect famous people to never lose weight, to sacrifice their health, so that way fat people can feel better about themselves. And we can never allow anyone to talk about their mental health and their weight loss, because after all, that's damaging to fat people. We cannot ever show off our progress photos, because that is damaging to fat people. So which is it? Is it just that no one owes anyone health, or you just don't want to have to excuse your weight? So you don't owe anyone health. Only fat people don't owe anyone their health. Heaven forbid a fat person loses weight. Oh, now they owe the fat community everything. Back to the video. Don't go to your doctor and expect excellent care if when your doctor tells you, hey, you're diabetic, you need to lose weight, the first words out of your fucking mouth are, that's fat phobic. I don't want to get weighed. Oh, the scale upsets me.
Your patient is playing this video for you because they wanted a little support in advocating for their needs. For this appointment, your patient will either not be stepping on the scale at all, or will step on the scale backwards, and no numbers referencing weight will be spoken aloud or visible. They will let you know which option they prefer. Also, this patient will not be using the BMI as a metric for health going forward. These measures are in accordance with the Health at Any Weight approach to medical care. They are non-negotiable. If your facility will not accommodate them, please suggest an alternative facility where this patient can get the care that they deserve. Thank you for prioritizing this patient's mental well-being as well as their physical one.
They don't owe you lies. They're trying to do their job. You're trying to stop them. Because you don't want to hear the truth. And I'm sorry. But tough titties. Nobody owes you. How do I put it? Nobody owes you validation for your delusions. Nobody owes you security for your insecurities. Society doesn't owe you anything just because you're fat. But you know, my husband put it perfectly. Starman said it excellently. You owe yourself health. That's what you owe yourself. When you see yourself starting to slip, when you see things starting to go bad, why is the first option now to double down? Why is the first option now to just lay down and take it? Yup, I'm unhealthy. Yup, that's how it is. Or worse, to start lying about it. Fat is not healthy. No, that is not the case. No, that is fat phobic. Oh, that's a lie.
I'm probably gonna get a little bit of hate for this, but it needs to be said.
Probably would have been less embarrassing in the long run to just tattoo "I'm fat phobic" on that billboard forehead you got there so that people didn't waste time coming to you and then have to go find an actual personal trainer to help them.
You have so many people out there. You've got cute fat queer. You've got Fat Dr. UK. You've got the jock, I think the jock scientist or the jock doctor. I know that she blocked me, so I can't remember. You've got all these people making up medical facts now purely because they don't like that the diet industry is a money-making industry. Even though every industry is a money-making industry. Like, these same people will now tell you if you don't eat fast food, you're racist. These same people will tell you that if you want to lose weight, you're racist. So they tell you you can't put morals on bad eating habits, but then they'll put morals on your good eating habits. Do you see what they're doing, folks? Do you see how they're manipulating you?
That statement that there's no that like food is food, to me that's almost as infuriating as that meme that you always see on fitness accounts on social media that carbs don't make you fat, protein doesn't make you fat doesn't make you fat, eating too many calories makes you fat. I'm like, yeah, that's a mathematical fact, but that doesn't give me the advice. If I'm an overweight person eating ad libitum ultra processed foods day in and day out, that doesn't tell me anything, practical about how to shed the pounds, shed the weight. What am I supposed to do? Open up go into my Google Docs, start a spreadsheet and start counting calories. I think people need to know about how foods affect their behavior. And in a time when 60% of the calories that we consume come from these ultra processed foods, I think it's first of all, it's completely anti-science to say that there's no such thing as a good and bad food. In an ad libitum feeding environment, there are good foods and there are bad foods. And the bad foods are the foods that drive you to overeat. These are the ultra processed foods that by the time you've eaten them to satiety, you've already overconsumed them.
Friendly reminder that you do not need to lose weight to do anything that you want to do in life.
If you haven't watched that video, watch it before you watch this. Did you watch it? All right, so I have a few opinions about this. No shade whatsoever to that creator. I follow them. I love all their messages. What she's saying is mostly facts. The only thing I have a problem with is the word anything. Only because she goes on to then say vacation, bikini, like things about your physical appearance, dating. But for me, my weight has definitely held me back. And again, I will say, for me, not all fat people are the same. I want to go skydiving. I can't. I want to go zip lining. I can't. I've been denied horseback riding, bungee jumping. All those things at places that are close to me or places that I've gone on vacation have had weight limits and I fully surpassed them. And before you all start saying that it's a problem with the company, I get that. I'm sure that there are ways where they could make it accessible for us. Right now it isn't. And I'm assuming with those extreme sports, it's a safety issue. Please don't come for me because I'm talking about where I am now and where these companies are at now. I went and lived in Australia for a year and everyone around me went and did skydiving over Australia, over the beautiful waters. And it's the one thing I wanted to do while I was there and I couldn't do it. I also want to play sports where I have to run around and I can't do that with my current weight, with my joints and knees. And I have been working on strengthening them. Everybody's life and journey and things that they want to do are all completely different. Do you need to change to go into a bikini to go on a date? No, definitely not. I just think it's really easy for people to say stuff like this if they haven't personally experienced it. Maybe instead of saying the word anything, we can just try and say a lot of things or most things because there are just some things that do hold us back. And for some of us, it really matters.
These are a pile of people that suffered from bullying in their youth. And rather than just accepting that they got bullied and that they didn't like it and that it hurt their feelings and they want to fight against it, instead what they're doing is they are now turning it around and they are passive aggressively bullying the rest of us. That's what they say when they go, no one owes you health. That is a way to gaslight you and to make you feel bad because they know you're right. Don't let them trick you because that kind of rhetoric starts to make you abuse yourself.
I'm gonna say something controversial and I don't care. I don't care how trendy or cute or fun it seems to be fat. Don't let that shit fuck with your head. Don't let the idea that, oh, I could catch a dick no matter how big I am, cause you to forget about your health and to keep gaining weight. I actually feel kind of guilty for being a part of this movement. And I know it's not my fault or my responsibility to keep other people's health, but being a pioneer in this game, like I literally was one of the first influencers to work with Fashion Nova before they even had a plus size line. So when I say I'm a pioneer, I'm a pioneer. I'm one of the main reasons why we have the plus size fashion industry that we have. And you could argue with anybody, that's the truth. And my point is that I see a lot of fat girls who gain a lot of weight from being caught up in this movement and turning around 5, 6, 7 years later talking about, damn, I let my health go to shit. I got this problem now. I'm 400 pounds. I can't do this. I can't do that. Babe, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Being attractive, being able to still wear nice clothes is not the end all be all. You got to really think about your health. Because when you're in your 20s, you think that life is just rainbows and candy. You don't even think about the future. But when you start creeping up in age, babes, it's going to catch up to you. I don't care what nobody say.
Starts to make you hurt yourself. Don't listen to the Tess Holidays and the Virgie Tovars and any of these other idiots. And I know I don't normally say that, but I've got to. Because they are starting to lead people into unhealthy ideals. I've even got thin friends of mine who are starting to say this stupid rhetoric of, oh, it's all in genetics anyway. When you can't lose weight, when you gain weight, that is all because of genetics. No. Studies show that your genetics play less than 5% role on what's wrong with you. And even when you have rare conditions that make it more difficult, there are ways around it. Please, you owe yourself health. Please stop buying into this stupid idea that health is a societal structure or whatever they're making up now, just so that way they can stay fat, happy, and feeding themselves. You owe yourself better. And that's what I will leave you guys with today. Not only do you owe yourself health, if you expect society to accommodate you, then you owe society health as well. If you don't want society to pander to you, then don't worry about it. Then you don't owe anybody health. But if you're going to continue asking for fat roles in movies, fat sizes at clothing stores, fat size furniture, fat accommodating theme park rides, if you're going to ask for all that, you owe everyone your health because you want everyone to do for you. That's all I had to say, guys. I'll see you in the next one. It's more community shout outs, guys. And I've got to say, Susan, it might be Susan, but if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. Here's what I will tell you. For only 2 years, Susan has made a dramatic difference. Guys, it's impressive. She started at 41 years old, which already I can tell you at almost 36, I know how difficult this had to be for her. She started at 445 pounds, and this was in 2020. She is now 43, and guys, she weighs 196 and a half pounds. That is beautiful. Her honestly main reasons for doing this was, one, she was upset that she allowed herself to get that big, and she started noticing health problems, just like everyone does at this around that age. You start feeling it, you start noticing it. And the really cool part, Susan is smaller than when she was in 8th grade. So, girl, we absolutely love this. We congratulate this and we want to see more of this. Super proud. Fantastic. Keep up the hard work. I don't know if you are at your goal yet. I don't think you said that anywhere in it, but you know what? You have all the room to be as happy as possible. You did the hard work. Keep it up, keep it off, and you are inspiring others. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. Hey, if you liked that video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, get the voice out there. I want to remind all of my followers that I love to hear about your success. So if you have lost weight, if you have succeeded in a fitness journey, a muscle journey, please make sure you send me your before and after photos, your age of starting, your current age, starting weight, all that. Send me all the information to thestarson@yahoo.com. That is thestarson@yahoo.com. I want to also start off by thanking all my patrons. You guys help me out so much. You fund me and you help me do this. And I greatly appreciate you. I want to thank John Quinn, Emile DeVry, Edie, Anime Chan, Lady Derpy, Choco Hooligan, Esteban, Gina Sina, AJ Lare, Becoming a Better Me, Jenny Eller, Selma, Cindy Lowe, Desert Jack, and Aura Kostecki. Becoming a patron also allows you to get access. If you become a patron on my Patreon, you will gain access to all of these wonderful features. You're going to get access to my NSFW artwork that I do, artwork plain and simple. I upload my raw footage onto there for my patrons, and I just do some behind the scenes stuff. I am also going to start adding more things on in the coming months. I also want to thank my members on my YouTube. This is if you do not care about my artwork, if you don't care about, seeing all that different jazz and you just want to support me. You are just absolutely gems. Thank you guys so much. And I just appreciate you guys. Remember, both Patreon and my membership start at $1 a month. I do have a goal. Once I reach it, I plan on doing some kind of contest or giveaway, so keep that in mind. This is all my other social networks that I currently have. You can find me everywhere. I use the same name because if there's one thing I am, it's consistent. And everyone will be like, oh, not really, but it's okay. I try my best, guys. This is my most recent video or the videos I've done in the past. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. And as always, remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So guys, I love you. Be safe. Have a great day.